Hello, welcome to another episode of Constitutionalist Podcast. I am your host, Joseph M. Leonard. That's L-E-N-A-R-D. It looks French. It's not. It's Leonard without an O. Thank you for tuning in. As Graham Norton used to say on his show, let's get on with the show! Hello, everyone. Welcome to Constitutionalist Podcast, first ever video exclusives week. What do I mean by that? Well, these that are airing on, I'm looking down at my calendar, Monday, May the 18th through Friday, May the 22nd. And probably another one as a Saturday monologue show, previously run video exclusive on May the 23rd, will be just that. Previously run strictly to my video channels, felt that you all across the 40-ish audio platforms and potentially reading via transcript need to hear these. So, when a date pops up, they don't pay a whole lot of attention to it because, it could have been from a month, could have been a week ago, could have been a month ago, could have been a quarter, 3 months ago, even 2 quarters, 6 months ago, that it originally aired as a video exclusive. At any rate, follow up to Books/Authors Week, May 2026, the third time I ran a second time I did a Books/Authors Week, second time already this year, back in October 2025. I ran 3 weeks in a row of that. So if you haven't checked that out yet, on Monday, there was Chris Choate. On Tuesday, what day was that? Tuesday, that would have been the 12th. We had Michael Clausen talking about hybrid publishing. Again, you hit record and the doggone mouth and brain don't want to cooperate. Wednesday, I had on Angel Giacomo. If I'm saying that right, I always get it wrong. Or the Jackson Mackenzie Chronicles series discussion. Thursday, we had Grace After Relapse. And on Friday, what day was that? I'm actually recording this brief intro on Thursday, May the 14th. So tomorrow, this will have passed, of course, by the time you hear it. May the 15th, Friday, will be North of Broken and Forever Home with Holly B. Gutwillinger. Story about a dog. Great story. Great talk. This week, video exclusives. I don't have handy the various topics. So without further ado, let's just get one on, shall we? Okay, I was supposed to be heading out the door to go get something to eat, but I need to sit down and talk about this while it's fresh. Left DOGE lies. I just saw Richard Fowler, the most foul one, ultimate leftist. DOGE lies, the DOGE panic, DOGE, cuts. There been all kinds of cuts. He was on a show talking about potential nominee for the Democrat Party in 2028, and they showed like 8 Democrat mayors and speculating maybe it'll come from the mayors because they could create a mayoral coalition to give them a little more gravitas, or I don't know what word I'm looking for here, but back each other up and stick with the foul one's complaint. Oh, they've had such a tough time because of those cuts. Oh, the cut. Reality check. Facts don't care about your feelings. There hasn't been, well, I'm not going to talk about what there hasn't been. The left delusion lies. What there has been, DOGE has cut a few billion here and there out of actual spending this budget year only. To continue them as permanent cuts, the Congress must codify them in spending bills. And the rhinos in Congress have not done that. So DOGE, the few they have codified, and I'll get to those, the one especially, billions of dollars out of a $7 trillion budget. What, like 0.001%? Maybe? Oh my God, it's a panic. They're slashing everything. Oh my God, all these cuts. Everybody's suffering. It's next to nothing. And the primary thing that we've been talking about since Reagan years, since the 80s, and the FCC has been issuing radio and TV licenses like you could get them out of the Cracker Jack box to everything. Today, even there is satellite radio. You could get talk or music radio anywhere on the planet by satellite. The Congress did finally cut NPR and PBS, taxpayers' stolen dollars redistributed to them. Now, long ago, before I was born in 1962, there was reasonable sense for PBS and NPR agencies for rural areas that weren't getting competitive market television or radio. That's not the case today. Their need to be publicly funded ended in the 80s, long ago. It is now time for you on the left, if you want to keep NPR, give your own money to NPR. But that's always the rub. The left doesn't want to fund anything out of their own money. They want to steal tax dollars from everybody else to give to national leftist propaganda radio stations to keep them afloat. Heaven forbid NPR, PBS2, and more about them in a minute, have to act like actual competing stations and get commercial ad revenue to keep the station afloat. Or, again, ask you leftards to donate to them. But you won't do that. You don't give your money. You want to steal everyone else's money. PBS, full disclosure, I, in the past, have donated to my PBS Channel 56 here in the Detroit, Michigan area. I have donated in the past. Won't ever do it again. Don't do it now because I'm on disability budget, can't afford to. But even if I were still working and had my six-figure salary, I would not be donating to PBS. Compete like everybody else. Sesame Street, worth trillions of dollars. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, worth trillions of dollars. Let them help prop up PBS if that's the stations they're going to stay on. PBS can compete. Ask for more money from those who want the channel and or run ads and compete like every other TV station on the planet does. enough. Congress did eliminate CPB, right? The Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Permanent cut for now. If the left gets control of Congress again, of course, they'll immediately put those monies back in the budget. So $1 billion out of a $7 trillion budget, but Richard Fowler is screaming, oh, it might be a mayor because mayors are hardened and tough and dealing with the issue of all the DOGE cuts. Liar, liar, absolute liar. Democrat lies matter. Clickbait garbage. And I'll tack on my Suno song, clickbait everywhere. And the end of this. Let me write that down. Clickbait, so I don't forget, circle that. So a few $1 billion out of $7 trillion, but Democrat mayors are suffering and dealing with all these cuts that aren't real, that aren't there, aren't really affecting them. The DOGE lies, the DOGE boogeyman, the left DOGE lies is what this is about. We do need more cuts. Growth alone, and I've written on this at the Force News and on Substack, growth alone will not solve our problems. You cannot grow enough to then create enough extra tax revenue coming in to eliminate the $2 trillion deficit. Yes, even during Trump's second term, even with tariff money, even with the few piddly DOGE cuts there's been, there is still almost a $2 trillion deficit because the rhinos in Congress won't cut anything and Trump refuses to veto the spending bills. He's a pragmatist. He's a populist. He's not a conservative. He will not veto the spending bills with all the continued spending. He signed both continuing resolutions this year that had tons of Biden spending extended out several more years in it. He's not cutting either. DOGE was for show. DOGE was a dog and pony show. DOGE cuts are next to nothing. It's like you having a bowl of rice and taking out 3 grains of rice. Oh my God, you're going to starve. You're missing 3 grains of rice in that bowl of rice. Ridiculous analogy, ridiculous metaphor, but it works. That's the reality here. No one except leftist money laundering operations like under the U.S. aid situation, money laundering to leftist non-governmental organizations, and as I dropped earlier today, the discussion with the Weird Canadian, they're not nonprofits. They're leftist Democrat Party front groups. You give them $1 billion, $1 million may go for the cause of condoms in the Congo. How about you leftists, if you're concerned about condoms for the Congo or whatever, start a nonprofit, a real nonprofit, a 501c3 here in the States, and you give your money. You collect donations for Gay Sesame Street, back to PBS. Gay Sesame Street in Iraq. Yes, an NGO was helping fund that with money stolen from you through the USAID program. No, you want to do that? Use your own money. You don't get to steal it from the rest of us to do that and line your pockets, which is mainly what was going on. You get $1 billion, you spend $1 billion, but you pocket the 999 other million from that program to distribute amongst yourselves. That's the game that DOGE brought to an end, and it's a few billion here and there. And that's it. All things you could be doing as a nonprofit on your own rather than stealing from the taxpayers. So, at any rate, I could give a myriad of examples, but I don't want to drag this out. You either get it or you don't. And the left doesn't know. They don't want to know. They want to live in a delusion. And that's why they're talking about the mayors who will be able to talk about how hard things are since the DOGE cuts as a potential nominee to peddle more BS because the enemy media covers for him like Richard Fowler was doing today. The DOGE cuts, the DOGE cuts. Pennies on the dollar, not even pennies, fractions of a penny on the dollar. A few billion out of a $7 trillion budget, still a $2 trillion deficit, and debt growing exponentially out of control. And our nation, I hate to break it to you, even though the dollar still currently is the reserve currency of the world, we can go belly up and bankrupt like the Soviet Union did. It can happen, and that's what the left wants. Cloward and Piven, look it up. If you don't know, you leftists, you advocate Cloward and Piven, even though you are too foolish to know who they were and what the strategy is that you're ultimately advocating for. Well, at any rate, all right, let me wrap this up. Let me play clickbait everywhere, because that's what it is. Facts matter, details matter, history matters, context matters. The left can't deal in any of that, just emotional hysterics. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Apologies before I get to my clickbait everywhere song, music video for those looking behind the scenes on video. Well, this is a video exclusive, but eventually it may port over to the audio platforms. At any rate, just got back. Hold up my Olga's Kitchen cup, my orange, my orange cream cooler I'm still finishing. And shout out to Desiree and Savannah and Tulip. I jokingly call her Tulip. Yes, I've forgotten her real name. That is a flower. I don't think it's Lily. That's another restaurant. I don't think it's Rose. That's another person at another. But anyway. Shout out to my friends at Olga's Kitchen in Taylor, Michigan. I made some notes. I was over there for Linner or Lunner, as I originally coined in Terror Strikes Coming Soon to a City Near You back in 2006 version. The 2022 version of the book is still available. tinyurl.com/JLD on Amazon. tinyurl.com/JLD on Amazon. As a Lunner, like brunch, right? Between breakfast and lunch. Lunner, between lunch and dinner. At any rate, I seem to be one of the few real conservatives, actual values and principled conservative. It doesn't flip-flop. It doesn't waffle. It doesn't go silent during a Republican presidency. I have been consistent in talking about deficits and debt since Ronald Reagan years. Yes, Reagan ran deficits. Yes, he had a Democrat-controlled Congress, so he had to keep making deals in order to get his spending priorities through, running deficits. Every single president, I've talked about it. And you can also go, baseline budgeting is an issue. I've been talking about that forever. The article I wrote 15 or 20 years ago still is valid today at beforeitsnews.com. Baseline budgeting for dummies. Now, I didn't title that to call everybody stupid. You know, the economics for dummies, billiards for dummies, tiddlywinks for dummies, series of books. The For Dummies series of books were popular at the time. Hence, Baseline Budgeting for Dummies was the title to be in vogue with that trend, the For Dummies series at the time. So tinyurl.com/JLD on B4IN, the number 4 in there, or J/JLD articles, if you prefer. During Reagan, we weren't talking trillions in deficit. We weren't even talking hundreds of billions. We were still talking in terms of millions of budget deficit. And I was talking about it. I've been consistent. This is not sustainable. We weren't even talking the percentage of GDP we're talking about today. Then the budget itself, the deficit, and the debt as a percentage of GDP were still at least within reason. But because we didn't do anything about it then, these decades later, it has gotten exponentially worse. So I need this second segment to drone on more about growth. Growth alone will not solve the problems. Period. Real math. Real economics. Not commonomics. Not unicorn fart fantasy math. Real math. If we were to freeze the budget at current spending levels, not spend 1 penny more, throw away baseline budgeting, go back to zero-based budgeting, and not increase 1 penny more of the $7 trillion we're spending a year for anything more. Each department, A through Z, you all get the exact same money you're getting now for the next 10 years, the budget still would not be balanced. We would still be running deficits 10 years from now. This is the reality. This is real math. This isn't commonomics. No matter how much the left tries telling you their unicorn fart fantasy math will work, it doesn't. It won't. Growth alone, growing the economy and increasing the revenues will not cover that $2 trillion in 10 years. And by then, 10 years from now, the debt likely $50 trillion. The percentage of our GDP, not sustainable. It far exceeded out of times of the 2 world wars even that we were fighting. I deal in reality here. And it's time others deal in it too. It doesn't change when there's a Republican president. I don't change. I stay consistent. I'm a real conservative. I'm a real Republican. I'm a real constitutionalist. These things matter and they don't waffle. They don't change based on what letter the president has beside their name. All right, so growth, budget freeze 10 years from now, baseline budgeting, deficits, debt. Yes. What is that? Oh, real math, yes. 50 trillion, yes. All right. Commonomics, yes. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I have to clear up something else. Two, Gingrich and Clinton never balanced the budget, period. Sorry, not sorry, Newt. Love you, and you deserve credit for at least baseline budgeting. Again, they did not cut the spending, they slowed the rate of growth in spending so that growth in the economy would raise more in taxes and shrink the deficit, lower that gap. But they never balanced the budget, period. No matter what Newt Gingrich says on TV, he's lying. Sorry, Newt, stop lying. You and Clinton deserve credit for what you did, but you did not balance the budget. You both moved a lot of things off budget to hide it from the budget. But every year of 8 years of Bill Clinton, the deficit remained and the deficits came down. Yes, again, thank you. You deserve credit for that. But you didn't balance the budget. You tried the growth thing like we tried during Reagan, and Trump talks about now. It failed then under Reagan, it failed under Clinton, it's going to fail now. Growth alone won't solve the problem. You've got to cut spending in real dollars. You can't just slow the rate of growth, or as I said, freeze the budget. We will still have a deficit in 10 years and 50 trillion in debt. It's not sustainable. That's if you freeze the budget. There must be real cuts to the budget. There must be. That's the math. Real math. A real economist will tell you that. The Commie Core, Commonomics, unicorn fart fantasy crowd keep trying to tell you otherwise. They lie. Lie. Enough lying. Enough. You can look it up. Reagan, trust but verify. Don't trust me. Look it up at a valid source. Not Mother Jones opinion garbage, Huffington Poo-Poo Post garbage. Real. Go to treasury.gov. Go to whitehouse.gov. Go look at the real numbers, the actual numbers from the Clinton years. So the budget wasn't balanced. If we paid the interest on the debt alone, it would have froze. If we were just paying less than the interest on the deficit, the interest on the debt, I'm sorry, that's what I meant. Right? If pay just the interest, if you get a HELOC, an interest-only HELOC, a home equity line, interest only, you pay the interest every month. The principal of the loan remains the same. You must pay on the principal to bring the principal down. But if the debt you were paying the interest, like during Clinton years, the deficit, I keep saying that, the debt would have remained at X trillion, but it didn't. It kept going up because we were adding to the debt via deficits, budget deficits. So thank you, Newt, for trying. Thank you, Newt, for doing what you did. And even Bill Clinton, I'll give you some credit for signing those bills into signing those spending bills. You helped. You did something. It wasn't enough. And 9/11 happened and everything went out the window again. So, all right, I'm going to end it there. lead into the clickbait everywhere video and the media all over online, the left, constantly spreading spin and commonomics, unicorn fart, fantasy, delusional BS. We deal in reality here. Facts matter, details matter, context matter, history matters. All these things matter. Truth that you get here matters. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Love you all.
Another cheap trail for an empty feed. A quote in a box, clip from a stream. Cut out the doubts, sell them a dream. I want more than a headline. Give me names, give me dates, give me time. Tell me who, tell me how, tell me why. Facts matter, details matter. Draw the line between reality and the lie. Clickbait everywhere, headlines off deceiving. Facts matter, details matter, context matters. Reality and truth matters. History matters more to real journalism than just transcribing what someone claims. Need get beyond today's Twitter attention spans. Crowd in a frame, look, they all agree. But you trimmed every word that didn't fit the meme. History's a map, not a mood today. You can't bend every road just to win the page. I want more than a headline. Give me names, give me dates, give me time. Tell me who, tell me how, tell me why. Facts matter, details matter. Draw the line between reality and the lie. Stop just typing what they claim. Hey! Ask the question, name the game. Context cuts through the confusion. Cold light through the delusion. Clickbait everywhere, headlines off deceiving. Facts matter, details matter, context matters. Reality versus delusion. History matters more to real journalism than just transcribing someone's claim. I want more than a headline. Give me names, give me dates, give me time. Tell me who, tell me how, tell me why. Facts matter, details matter. Write it clear, make the story match the sky. Facts matter. Detail the real who, what, where, when, and why. Hey, yeah.
Okay, very important thing for me to vocalize. It was a running scrawl on the screen during the behind the scenes video. Therefore, you can't hear what is shown on the screen if I don't vocalize it. Back to PBS and CBR, Corporation for Public, CPB, Corporation for Public Broadcasting, not CBP, Customs and Border Patrol. The Congress did not mandate them out of business. They just eliminated the taxpayer extorted funds be given to them. NPR, PBS stations everywhere do not have to shut down. They just have to either start putting on more commercials to cover their costs to stay on the air, or demand more of you leftards who want to steal money from others for your propaganda stations to actually step up and fund them yourself? Step the bleep up. You want NPR? Pay for it. Donate to it. You want PBS? Pay for it. Donate to it. Sesame Street, I think I covered this alone, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. Several shows on those platforms are multi-billion-dollar entities, can pay to keep those things on the air themselves, can keep them afloat themselves. They don't need taxpayer dollars. Bottom line.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin, and will heal their land. If we are called by your name, we bow our heads to the floor, dust on our hands, hearts open. We come and ask for more. We turn from the broken road. We lift our eyes to your face. Hear us now. Hear us now. We are kneeling. We are turning back. Heal our land. Heal our land. Forgive us, Lord. Hey, heal our land. We seek your face. Hey, we seek your face. Come and wash us clean. Heal our land. If pride has been in our bones, if mercy has grown cold, teach us to walk in kindness. Teach us to lay you hold. Every wound and every fear, every dark and hidden place, but know this shall be known by fruits, like spelled out in evil prevail. Your actions tell the tale. We are to pray.
250, while seem to have lost their way. Us real U.S. patriots fighting for our republic to stay. Our Judeo-Christian foundations tried and true. Freedom ringing for me and you. Hey! America 250, we're looking in the mirror. Some folks lost the map, but we can see it clearer. Real U.S. patriots standing in the rain, holding on to the promise, keeping faith in the name. Judeo-Christian roots run deep, tried and true. We keep what we keep through the hard days, through the fight. We still know wrong from right. Freedom ringing for me and you. Freedom ringing, tried and true. We stand up, we won't back down. Republic strong in this hometown. Freedom ringing for me and you. Freedom ringing, red, white, blue. Hand on heart when the flag goes by. 4th of July, sparks in the midnight sky. Moms in the pews, dads on the porch. Kids still learning what this country's for. Judeo-Christian roots run deep, tried and true. We keep what we keep through the hard days, through the fight. We still know wrong from right. Freedom ringing for me and you. Freedom ringing, tried and true. Oh, we stand up, we won't back down. Republic strong in this hometown. Freedom ringing for me and you. Oh, freedom ringing, red, white, blue. We're not done, not by a mile. We'll keep this fire, keep this trial. Whoa, a nation still rising strong, where the faithful still belong. Freedom ringing for me and you. Freedom ringing, tried and true. Oh, we stand up, we won't back down. Republic strong in this hometown. Oh, freedom ringing for me and you. Oh, freedom ringing, red, white, blue. Patriots, the people, we, part 2. Freedom for me and you. We hold these truths to be self-evident, all endowed by our Creator with unalienable rights. God bless America for another 250 years.
Like and subscribe to Constitutionalist Politics Podcast and share episodes. We need your help. Thank you for having tuned into another Constitutionalist Podcast show. I really appreciate that you stopped by. Again, please like, share, subscribe. We need you to help spread the Constitutionalist movement. Thank you again. Take care. God bless. Love you all.